Right then, we are nearing the end of the transfer window. It's actually game day at time of recording this morning, but stuff is popping off in Chelsea news, so we're back.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Hogwan, you little lengtings, and namaste. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News. It's early. I've got a big, near pint of coffee here. Haven't eaten. I've not worked out today. Straight into the content. Also, I'll be reacting to the game later. Our final game before what was going to be a dismal and boring international break when the window's shut, but I'm going to go and take a little break from work for a few days when that happens and literally walk into the hills. A few updates from different sources. I won't be doing screen shares today, but I will be citing my sources, and we'll be speaking about the Cole Palmer injury, the Buonanotte, here we go. Ben Chilwell to Strasbourg. What luck? How could that happen? And some other bits too, I believe. Yeah. A record fee for loan fee, excuse me. Record loan fee for Nicholas Jackson to Bayern Munich, and the UEFA rules that everyone keeps talking about, but not everyone understands that could be hindering us and hampering us in the transfer window, and indeed, like the Athletic reported yesterday, the Fermin Lopez deal might not be dead. So, strap yourselves in. Very grateful for you to join me here again. Every single day, often multiple times a day, certainly in the transfer window, I upload. So I'll be very, very grateful to have you here with me. Please do like and subscribe. And if you've got any of those hype points to spare, then please do drop them on the video underneath the video down here. We're learning about hype points. They're nice. They help us out, us content creators. So thanks for that, man. Alright, I'm just going to start off with something positive. One moment as I find it. Yes, so Cy Phillips has posted on X about Cole Palmer. He's a well-informed Chelsea news content creator. I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, know him. There's been conspiracy theories regarding Cole Palmer and his injury because of the Buonanotte signing, the loan. We're going to speak about that in just a moment. But Sai says this. Cole Palmer is still feeling some discomfort in it. He might be citing Maresca here. He hasn't said that, but he might have just been told this, which is totally feasible and plausible. Cole Palmer is still feeling some discomfort in his groin. So remember, he wasn't injured in the warm-up. He was trying to get through a discomfort, this injury. He still fell in the warm-up. They withdrew him at the last moment. Feeling discomfort in his groin, but scans have shown there is nothing serious. There's not anything serious in the scan results from Cole Palmer. Chelsea are being smart to pull him for the game tomorrow and international duty. So Thomas Tuchel won't have him, but are they both friendlies? There's a game against Andorra. It's really England. There's no Saka, no Palmer, no Bellingham. No Levi Colwill. They're being cautious, but Palmer is expected to be back after international break. Right! That can only be described as good news. Scans. And when you've had a scan, that's undeniable data. Undeniable... What am I saying? It's so freaking early, mate. Undeniable data! Waving a freaking, medical scan. Look at this, it's undeniable data. I think I might need to hook that to my veins, that coffee. So we've got the undeniable scan data. Cole Palmer has got nothing serious. I mean, he was, going undercover at Carnival, shaking their body and all that. So very pleased to hear that. I imagine you are too. Let's move on and talk about transfers. Alright, mate. So, in the wake of signing Alejandro Garnacho, we've signed another Argentinian, yet to be announced. So we're going to speak about Buonanotte, we'll speak about Chile to Strasbourg, and we'll end on Fermin. I just react to the news. I don't make the news. I just react to it. So Buonanotte, here we go. Another Argentinian young attacking player joining the ranks of Chelsea. Now, Facundo Buonanotte is seen by Chelsea as a very, very talented player. We're led to believe by all sources. He is a 20... Why is this in Italian? Hold on. There we go. He is an Italian-Argentinian international but plays for Argentina. He was born in Argentina. He is only 20 years old. He is another one added to the ranks. He is an attacking midfielder. But unlike the likes of Fermin and the now Tottenham player Xavi Simons, they're like attacking midfielder, player on the left. He's an attacking midfielder, plays on the right. And is, unlike the other two, he's a left footer. Now, he, of course, is employed by Brighton. Yes, so he went on loan to Brighton. Leicester, excuse me. Brighton do not want to sell him, and they're loaning him to Chelsea. It's very peculiar. And in said loan, there's no option to buy. Now, naturally, Chelsea fans have reacted very negatively to this. Not because firstly, because it's a Brighton player. Secondly, because he's not really high profile. And thirdly, because it's a loan, especially with no option. So this is what Chelsea do, yeah? This is what we've done with Mark Gue to Sunderland. Go play, you have to, and apparently they want, they want assurances he will play. This is exactly what we do to other clubs. Sunderland have Mark Gue, no option to buy because we like him. You have to give us assurances he plays. Platform our player, nurture our player, develop our player for us with no chance of buying him and send him back. So naturally, Chelsea fans get upset, including myself. There is a clause in there. Romano and a couple of other journalists have said, possibly, what's his face, Ben Jacobs. Sounds disrespectful. Great journalist, Ben Jacobs. And Nizar, maybe Nizar and other people. But there is a clause where if he had, next summer, so say he comes to Chelsea, say he plays well, and we platform him well, he links up well with the other players, and he's utilised, Chelsea will be granted, very decent of them, granted the opportunity to match any bids for priority. So say he's platformed at Chelsea, does well, he's recognised as a good player. To be honest, clubs that come in for him that might want to buy him, I don't necessarily think it's going to be like Real Madrid and Man City immediately, or Arsenal paying huge bids. And this is me speculating, of course. If he has a really good season, maybe a Dortmund comes in and says, "Oh, can we buy him for £25 million?" Chelsea have the right to be like, "We will pay £25 million as well. Can we keep him?" And then he has to stay at Chelsea. So maybe there's an argument there. I mean, how much is he going to play? I have no ruddy idea. The guy has made 71 appearances in the Premier League at the tender age of 20. Look, I remember him looking like a really good player. I've said it before in games when we've played against him and we've done like player reviews. I've gone, wow, he's a player, isn't he? Not that I've ever went, oh, I'd love him at Chelsea, but here we are on a one-season loan. It's very peculiar, and I don't quite understand it. We're going to speak about Chile, and then we'll end... Oh, no, we've got Nico as well, and then we'll end on Fermin. So, yeah, we'll see what happens with Buonanotte. He's a Chelsea player for a year. Very strange. Very strange. I'm guessing Maresca wants him, because what? Otherwise, what? It's got Paul Winstanley's mitts all over it. Brighton. So, yes. Chilwell to Strasbourg. What luck? How did that... What luck? In the dying depths of the transfer window, a random, unrelated football club comes out of the depths to offer an potential exit. Of course, it wouldn't be a loan. It would have to be a signing, because we have maxed out our international loan spot, so we have one left, and I very much doubt it's going to be Chilwell to Strasbourg. And plus, he wants, a permanent move. To his credit, though, they are playing in Europe. They are good side in Ligue 1 now, and Tuchel just wants him to play. I don't know if Strasbourg's a good enough platform for him to play, but maybe he's like, this football's better than no football. What if he goes to Strasbourg? What if he finishes in the top 4? What if they win the Conference League? Does Tuchel go, that's enough, you can come back to England? Goal.com has referenced the fact how Mike McGrath saying Strasbourg are considering a late transfer window move for the 28-year-old. They are not the only team to register interest in England, in the England International, though. So Italian tabs. It does seem the Premier League landing spots have run out. So Roma and Torino are keeping tabs on him. Strasbourg might be more alluring because he'll have lots of Chelsea links, affiliations there. Players that he knows there. I don't know how well because he didn't go to the Club World Cup, but he will know Diego Moreira, who looks like he's playing as like a wide attacker now, which would probably afford him the space to play behind him. But didn't Ishe go there as well? I think they got a lot of left backs. So yes, Strasbourg bailing out Chelsea with Ben Chilwell just finding a way to end the situation, get him out the door, get him on a loan, get him playing football. I think that'd be very funny. It'll be interesting to see how it affects PSR because we are owned by. We own them, so I don't have a feeling it doesn't really because I remember hearing something about Newcastle not being able to sell to the PIF clubs in Saudi. So, but we're not needing to sell Chilwell for PSR reasons at all. Our PSR is massively in the green. 350 million generated in sale revenue, 100 million generated in winning the Club World Cup, Champions League money secured for the next season. Loads of cash, not insane, alleviating ourselves with players of big wages like Nkunku. We are in a really healthy PSR position, but PSR is the UK financial regulation. It's UEFA that's causing an issue. But what that means is, regardless, Chilwell it's just helping him out, finding him a landing spot. He's on big wages as well, so that Nkunku big wage alleviation situation is under procrastination. That would be sorted, you know what I mean? So, yeah, Chilwell to Strasbourg. Lol. Funny. Nico Jackson. Now, Nico. Fabrizio Romano is saying Bayern Munich are pushing like crazy for tonight, which was last night, to sign Nicholas Jackson. Bayern have offered Chelsea a loan fee, about 13 million quid, which would be a world record loan fee plus covering his salary. So he got a contract, a wage increase a little bit. We can speculate maybe he's on 100k, 120k, maybe like Palmer, 120k a week. Bayern Munich will look at 120k a week and be like, yeah, fine, no worries. That's for us. That's totally comfortable. In fact, so comfortable, we'll give you a world record loan fee. Sounds good. A world record loan fee for Nicholas Jackson. Oh, I can't believe we've got a world record loan fee for him. And covering his salary. Look, this obviously with this situation, there's a massive elephant in the room, isn't there? Is there an obligation to buy? Because a world record loan fee massively infers there's no obligation to buy. If there was an obligation to buy, it might be like a 6 million loan fee, like half of it or something, even less, and just like, you buy them for, so 65 million quid, you buy them for 58 million at the end of this campaign when it's a year less, and you've got that loan fee off the total transfer fee. Very interesting. We've got a couple of days left. I think loads of teams are still very interested in Nico. We know Aston Villa are there. Unai Emery loves him. Newcastle have got Wultemade now, so I don't think they're going to be in. But other teams will be very interested in Nico. Yeah, I mean, he's not specified here, but the fact how it's a record loan fee does infer that he's not going to, it's no obligation, possibly an option, but I don't know. Watching how certain Prem players are going abroad and not always killing it at the moment, I'm thinking Rashford at Barca at the moment. Very different though, isn't it? I don't know. But then again, Nico, he is good. I do believe in Nico. And Bayern are a superpower in the Bundesliga. Maybe he'll just score goals. Comes on for Harry Kane. I mean, he's obviously not going to start over Harry Kane. He's just scored 90 goals now, which is loads. By the way, Messi scored there in the calendar year 1 year. Mad. But, you know, Kane is awesome. So, would he play off Kane? Would Vincent Kompany play him on the wing like he used to at Villarreal? I doubt it. I think it's strikers. It's a striker market thing. Will Chelsea be tempted by this record loan fee, or will they not? Which leads us into Fermin. Now, we know, like I said earlier, Chelsea are in insanely healthy shape regarding profit and sustainability rules in the United Kingdom of football, or the English football rules, yeah? We are in real good shape, excuse me. But UEFA run differently. They work off your previous registered UEFA squad A-list. Stick with me, I don't really understand it myself. But it's not a player registry thing, it's a value thing as well, I believe. So the plan, again, feel free to show me the math down in the comments. But I believe that the plan was to transfer permanently out Christopher and Nkunku. Ka-ching, big tick. Some transfer fee, probably not as much as we'd like a few months ago. And wages alleviated. And I imagine he did the right thing and lowered his wage demands to play for Milan. And then Nico Jackson, well, look at this striker market. Everybody wants strikers. A lot of people like Nico. We're going to sell him. It's not that he's on massive wages, but he's an asset now worth a lot of money. And that affects the registry for the UEFA A-list going into the next Champions League, making sure everything's okay, being able to register the right players. And the idea is those two out, and then it was going to be like two high profilers in. One was always going to be Alejandro Garnacho, and he indeed has been done. Here he signed his contract, he's passed his medical, he's got his haircut. Yeah? He's coming, he's done. The other was going to be Xavi Simons. Chelsea had him already, he'd agreed terms, and they never called him to conceal the deal. He was like, well, fine, I'll go to Tottenham. And Chelsea knew they were going to Tottenham. They didn't want to hijack the deal. It's actually since been reported Chelsea, oddly, and I know we don't want to hear this, but oddly are cultivating a really good working relationship with Tottenham. We know our owners don't like to upset anyone. We like to make friends with everyone. Like, you know, the Premier League meetings with all the owners, it's Todd Bowley turning up going, we should all be making so much more money together, man. The Premier League is so undervalued. We should be making crazy dollar. And everyone's like, yes, this disruptor can make us all rich. What am I saying? So Chelsea don't want to upset Tottenham, but the deal was there. The Secret Scout said it as well, who's a well-informed social media football account. The deal was there for Chelsea. We didn't make the call. He went to Tottenham. So it wasn't hijacked. It was like, there's your run-up, mate. Take him. Now, Chelsea fans have been upset by this. Not least me a little bit as well, because I was quite excited. I watched the Adam Clary analysis on him. He's done another one on Garnacho that I think I'm going to watch after this and be taught about why these players will work at Chelsea. So yes, the two out, the two in, UEFA rules, Nkunku and Jackson out, and Garnacho +1 in. Now, this is where the collective stress fear, and we've gone from Simons, we've gone from Fermin, we've ended up with Bonanoche. Now, is he a B-lister? There's other stuff like homegrown. Is he because he's 20, he's under 21, he's a B-lister? There's a lot of Again, I'm not reporting this to you. I am talking in a tone of voice where I'm asking a question. I do not know. But it does leave the question, are we going to still be in for Fermin? Well, there's been an update on from Fab Romano. Let's get into that. Chelsea had, and this is last night, very late on his YouTube, I believe, but I'm reading this off at CFCPYS, Chelsea news aggregator on X. Chelsea had a new direct call with agents of Fermin Lopez today, after the signing of Bonanotte, to try and understand what he's going to do. Barca, so this is what the Spanish media or briefings to Romano saying, Barca believe the player won't go, but Chelsea keep contacting his agents. It's down to the player and what he wants to do. Chelsea speaking to Fermin's agents even after Bruno Buonanotte could be a point, basically inferring Chelsea could very well not be done yet. He goes on to say, Chelsea and Barcelona are both waiting to see what Fermin Lopez wants to do in Spain. The media said he would release a statement on Friday, which of course was yesterday, clarifying his future. But he didn't want to do that. Ooh. Let's see what happens on Saturday. Today, the day of the Fulham derby. I think it's very important to note that this is being left open and this is being briefed to Romano that it's open. So the deal could still be there to done. It's very early. That coffee's looking at me. I've only had a sip and I'm breaking my English already. Guys, keep it locked. I will, of course, follow all developing stories and deliver them to you. So thank you so much for supporting me as always. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for subscribing. Daily content on the second channel. If you want to hear my takes on other footballing stories, just search Football Yannick on YouTube. We're nearing 20,000 subscribers. Let's get over the line. Have you got any hype points now? Dribble them into this video at the bottom of the screen. That would be nice. Hype. I mean, if you can't get hyped for Buonanotte, we're going to be alright. See you after the Fulham game. Peace.